Bhagavato
Bhagavato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma
Samma
Sambuddhassa.
Sambuddhassa.
Namo
Namo
tassa
Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Okay, let's start the class. Okay, so last week we discussed until Bhagavad Gita. So we discussed until the emphasis of the Bhagavad Gita is on the Supreme as a personal God. Okay, so the Supreme Reality is a God who creates the perceptible world by his nature called Prakriti. And this God, or the Supreme, is responsible for the creation, preservation, and destruction of the universe. So creation, the Trimurti, Brahman, preservation, Vishnu, destruction, Shiva, is all also considered under this Supreme God. Okay, so the Bhagavad Gita emphasis. Okay, so now we continue from the ethics. Okay. Ethics. Bhagavad Gita is a comprehensive yoga shastra flexible and many-sided, which includes various phases of the self development, extend into the divine. Okay, keyword is self-development. It's a yoga shastra. It's a yoga shastra. This is a practice of yoga, how to develop the self and back to the combine to the divine. So it's a yoga manual. Different yogas are special applications of the inner discipline. Which leads to the liberation of self, the self, and to a new understanding of the unity of mankind. So how to liberate the self, the Atman, okay? Inner discipline, insight cultivation. It's a yoga, okay? Yoga. Through the method of yoga. This goal of union, okay, this unity is actually the union with God, okay, union with God. Brahman Atman, right? Brahman Atman is ideal. So now it's how to practice to achieve this Brahman Atman ideal state, so-called. That's why it's union with God. Who union with God? The self, okay? The practitioner, union with God through the yoga. May union with God may be attained by jhana, jhana yoga. Jnana, okay, jnana, okay, like, let me call it jnana. Wait, let me copy the thing from the internet. Jnana. Okay, I think it's okay. Just Jnana yoga. Jnana yoga. Knowledge yoga. Okay, Jnana yoga. Bhakti yoga. Bhakti yoga. Devotion yoga. Or karma yoga. And yoga. Okay, so yoga is the method to cultivate the self to union with the God, to materialize this ideal, Brahman Atman ideal. So, knowledge, devotion, and work are complementary both when we seek the goal after attaining. Okay. So means that what you call there are three yogas mentioning here, right? Up to this one. So any yoga will do. Okay, means that if you practice jhana yoga, also you can reach to Brahman Atman. Bhakti also can, karma also can. This is what it means here. Huh? Anything, anyone also can. Okay. This Bhakti is Bak. Sorry, this is the correct spelling. Bhakti. Okay, Bhakti. Okay, now we go to the second slide. Summary of Bhagavad Gita concerning the teaching of Lord Krishna. Realizing you are the spiritual self. Okay. Most of the human problems arise because of identifying problems, of identifying ourselves with our physical personalities. The pictures it very clear that this human body is unreal. The individual self that exists each of us is real and permanent. It is immortal and indestructible. It is an aspect of the Supreme Self. Okay, Supreme Self. Supreme Self, and is beyond the grasp of mind and our senses. This is the meaning of self, okay, as in the Bhagavad Gita. And this teaching is the Krishna teaching about self. What is about self? That our body is unreal, but our self, the self in us, the self in the human being is real and permanent. Immortal means not dying, okay? It's not going to die. Nothing can destroy it. And this self is same as the supreme self, the God, the Brahman, okay? Which is beyond the grasp of mind and senses. It means that you cannot think with your brain, what is it? And it's beyond our senses. You cannot see it, you cannot hear it, and it is beyond our thinking. Okay, this is the Lord Krishna teaching concerning the spiritual self of the practitioner and also the supreme self of the God. Okay, so these are the features of the self. Okay, real, permanent, immortal, indestructible, and it is the supreme self. The self of the practitioner is also the supreme self, which is beyond the grasp of mind. So I hope that you can remember the features, okay, the features of the self described in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, and also stabilizing your mind by overcoming desires. Overcoming desires. The human mind are the seat of our desire. Seat of our desires, thoughts, and feelings. An unstable mind is characterized by egoistic thinking and desire-driven actions. A man with an unstable mind is not fit for salvation. Okay, so this is the second teaching in the Bhagavad Gita regarding the Lord Krishna, about the mind, how to stabilize the mind. Stabilizing the mind. Not fit. Number 3, do your duty with detachment, renouncing the doership. Doership means that perform your duty like helping the society or whatever, but don't think that you are doing it. Don't think that I'm doing good welfare. This is called renouncing doership. Okay, renouncing doership. Okay. Do your duty. Okay. By renouncing doership. Don't think that you are doing good things, but you have to do. This is what it means. by merely restraining our senses and controlling our minds. We will not be able to free ourselves from the cycle of rebirth, okay? Cycle of rebirth, unless restraining our senses by our mind, unattached and understanding the nature of action, we engage ourselves in doing our obligatory duties. It means that if you're a husband of the house, you still have to do your obligatory duties, okay? If you're a wife, you still have to do your obligatory duties. Okay. But you have to restrain your senses. Restrain your senses of mind, unattached, and understanding the nature while doing your duties. Okay, you have to restrain this. Okay, go to the next slide. Number. Oh, 2, 3, 4. True renunciation is renunciation of worship. Okay, what does it mean? Better than renunciation of action with knowledge is renunciation of action. By renouncing the sense of doership, means that instead of not doing things, it is better that you do things by forgetting that you are doing it. Okay. Renouncing the sense of doership means that forget that you are doing the action. Okay. Means that you still have to do things, but just forget that you are doing it. And this is the best renunciation, the true renunciation. Okay, the true renunciation. Like the sannyasa, The sannyasa, like renouncing, like let go everything, go to practice spiritual development, doing nothings. But these say that you have to do things, but just let go. You are you're thinking of doing it. This is what it means here, huh? The novel of truth while performing actions. Okay, so that you still need to do things, but you have to know that, okay, the knower of truth while performing actions knows that he or she is not doing anything at all. Okay, so that's why this is a yoga, a yoga, an inner yoga, inside the mind yoga called inner yoga. And if you do this, you do actions, but you forget about yourself, then later on, this self of you can unite with the supreme self and reach immortal, indestructible state. So this is what it means here. Doing anything at all, okay. He or she acts offering all actions to God, okay, the supreme self, okay, supreme self, supreme self without any attachment, okay. So it means that he still offer to the God, but without any attachment. Last time in the Veda, I still remember when they do the puja, they hope the God will give them like money, wealth, victory in the battle, right? So now in this Bhagavad Gita, what it wants to say is that the practitioner is still offer to the God, but hope for nothing. Hope for nothing without any attachment. This is what it means here. Okay. Hope for nothing. Okay. He or she remains untouched by sin as the lotus leaf by water. Then your mind, okay, your mind, your conduct will be like a very pure, like a lotus, without any stain of the water and the mud. That's why the Krishna is also, sitting on a lotus, like a lotus. Fine. Number 5, acknowledge the presence of God in you and in everything. Okay. God dwells in the body as Adhidaiva, as the inner witness. At the time of death, he or she who remembers God alone attains the state with God without any doubt. Okay. So one should remember God at all times with mind and intellect absorbed in God. By constant practice of yoga. The practitioner mind will be free from any thinking by constantly meditating on God. The practitioner will attain the supreme divine. Okay, Brahman Atman. So the emphasis is on the yoga. Okay, by constant practice of yoga. How to reach self and supreme self together? How to reach the Atman Brahman state? Through yoga. The yoga is like all these are the yoga. Okay, all these are the yoga. Okay. What are the yogas doing? You do action, but you forget that you are doing it. Okay. For example, here, you do think you realize that self is permanent, real, and control, stabilize your mind without desire. Forget that you are doing actions while you're doing your actions, and okay, again, renounce the sense of doership and always remember God. Okay, always remember God at all times. Okay, meditating on Him. So these are the yogas. Okay, to reach to the goal, to the unity with God. Okay. Supreme divine. Okay, supreme divine. Okay, now 5. Start with 6. Surrender. Surrender to God. Surrender to God with devotion. With devotion. Devotees who worship God only, always thinking of God only, and even united with God. God will take care of their wants, needs, and look after their welfare. Even those who worship other gods also, in a way of worshipping, even those through worshipping the Supreme God, because He is the Lord of all offerings. Means there's only one God. It's going to be the monism, okay, monotheism thinking. Okay, now when you look at a statement, you know what kind of theism is that. So you should have this kind in mind already. Concept of God. Okay, 7. Know the truth about the three truths. About the three gunas. Okay, gunas. Okay. Sattva, rajas, and tamas are the three gurus born of Prakriti, which bind the imperishable soul to the body through attachment. Through attachment. Okay, what are the three gunas? First one, sattva. Sattva is pure, luminous, which bind the soul through attachment of happiness and knowledge. Jnana, okay. Jnana yoga, jnana. And rajas are born of passion and bind the soul, rajas, and bind the soul through attachment to the fruits of action. Okay, then the third guna, tamas. Tamas is the quality born of the dark, ignorance, and indolence, and it binds the soul through negligence, sloth, and sleep. Okay, means that why we are happy, we have knowledge because we have sattva. Okay, and why we are not happy, we are doing bad things because we have tamas. Okay. Rajas is like what you call you do what you call the fruits with your actions. Okay. Tamas. Okay. These three gunas bind the soul to the illusion and chain of birth and death. A devotee through the grace of God can overcome all these three and attain salvation, can be helped. Okay, Q side sorry. Okay. Next term. Ways to liberate. How to get liberation? Okay, ways to liberation. Geratze no michi hoho. Geratze no hoho. Just as Dharma is the principle that underlies all four aims, all four principles of life. So moksha, liberation. Moksha is Sanskrit, Pali is moksha. Okay, moksha is the ultimate goal. Okay. Seen in the classical Hindu philosophies. So now you know in the Buddhism, we also have this word of moksha or mokkha in Pali. So this term is not only Buddhism, we have it, and Hinduism philosophy also has it. Okay, so now that's why we need to study pre-Buddhist studies. So you know the ideas they borrow from where did they come from? And they are three different marga. Okay, you see, Sanskrit marga, Pali magga. Okay, so we use the same word, same terms. Marga leading to moksha. Moksha. Okay, what are the margas? What are the ways, the path towards liberation? Okay, now we are going to study it. Okay, I think, how do I put it? Karma marga. Karma marga. So karma marga. Traditionally, there were two different ways, two margas of behaving that would lead to liberation, moksha. Okay, liberation. The first one was to follow the path of the renunciate. Okay, Sannyasi. Sannyasi. Okay, sannyasi, not sannyasi. Yeah, the four ashram, right? The last one, sannyasi. And withdraw from life as far as possible. As far as possible. Living as an ascetic. Okay. Ascetic life. The fourth ashram. Okay. The other was the second one. Okay. The second way was to remain within the society, but to behave with moderation. And in a way that reflected one's Dharma. Okay, so Dharma. Self Dharma. Okay, why is self? Okay, so Dharma. These two ways, these two margas come together in the concept of karma marga. Okay. This is a path advocated in the Bhagavad Gita, and it is to act without attachment to the results of that action. Okay. So means that, in other words, okay, there is both the sense of renunciation and yet one can practice this while he is still involved in worldly activities. Means that to get liberation, got two ways, two paths. Either they go to the ascetics life, or remain in the society but behave differently with moderation and self-reflected self-swadharma. This is called while he is still involved in worldly activities. This is what it means here. Okay, of course, this reflects the earliest teaching of the Dharma, which was to act for the good of the society, but also in accord with one's inner self. The path of action includes the yamas. Okay, what are yamas? Rules concerning things to avoid, and niyamas, qualities to cultivate. Okay, yamas are rules concerning things to avoid. Means that things that you cannot do. Rules concerning things to avoid, things that you cannot do. Mm. Mm. So niyamas means the things that you have to do. Okay. Mm. Duplicate. Spell. Duplicate. So, so I continue from the karma karma. So I delete here. I continue from here. So what are the yamas? The yamas are first one, ahimsa. Too small, yeah. Ahimsa. Non-violence. Non-violence means that no killing. That's why they are on vegetarian, right? The Hindus are on vegetarian because of the concept of ahimsa. Okay, the Hindu are in, you go to India, there's a lot of vegetarian because of the concept of ahimsa. Satya, Satya is Sanskrit, Pali is Satya. Okay, Satya, Satya, same thing. Speaking the truth. Okay, speaking the truth means that Musavada, Veramani, Sikkhavadam, right? This one, okay, this one. Okay, ahimsa is anatipata, Veraman, panatipata, Veramani, Sikkhavadam, right? Almost the same, right? Asteya, not stealing, not stealing. Adinadana, Adinadana is here. Brahmacharya, continence in matters sensual. Okay, this is the what kame sumichachara, right? Aparigraha, avoiding rise. Okay, and we have what are niyamas? What are the niyamas? Niyamas are okay. Number one, cleanliness. Okay. Number two, contentment. Contentment means manzoku. Okay, don't be greedy. Okay. pure concentration. Pure concentration. Number 4, study along with others. With others. 5, devotion to God. These are the niyamas. 5 yamas, 5 niyamas. So these things are under the concept of karma marga. So it means that if you practice all these things, yamas and niyamas, you can unite yourself in immortal God. These are the methods. These are the ways, okay, the marga to the union with God to realize this immortal self. This is what it means here. Okay, so we still have 2 more margas, Jnana marga, Bhakti marga. So we'll cover in the next Monday. Next Monday is 18, right? Yeah, 18. Yes. Okay, so we see you next Monday. Okay, so next Monday is your deadline to submit your assignment. I can see some of you have already submitted your assignment. So those have not submitted, please 1 more week for you to do your assignment. Okay. Okay, let's all come together. Buddham saranam gacchami.
Buddham saranam gacchami.
Dhammam saranam gacchami.
Dhammam saranam gacchami.
Sangham saranam gacchami.
Sangham saranam gacchami.
Tutiyampi buddham saranam gacchami.
Tutiyampi buddha saranam gacchami.
Tutiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami.
Tutiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami.
Tutiyampi sangham saranam gacchami.
Tutiyampi sangham saranam gacchami.
Tutiyampi buddham saranam gacchami.
Tutiyampi buddha saranam gacchami.
Tutiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami.
Tutiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami.
Tutiyampi sangham saranam gacchami.
Tutiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. Sadhu,
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 sadhu.
sadhu.
Okay, see you next.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bhante.
Thank you.
See you.
Thank you. See you.